remember in the good old days when like PC games, you should just buy them and there weren't ads and anything. Like you just played at the flat out rate fee and then you got to play the game unlimited. Like that has shifted into like these apps where people get, it's free but you have to watch ads and that's how they make money. And I kind of don't like that. I would prefer to buy the app right out front instead of like having to see all these ads and stuff. But it's like we get the illusion that it's cheaper or it's free now, but or that we can keep going this way when like it's just not a bad idea to buy out things outright, because that's what we used to do. We used to buy apps outright. They weren't called apps back then, but we used to buy like games and software, and we pay the fee. And now we don't do that. But it's strange to think like, oh my god, I'm spending so much money on like to pay for a premium for this software. But it's like it was the norm back then. Also, like, note on like consumers and capitalists, like literally the only way to make money is like to make ads to sell things. And it's like these great things that have come as a result of technology, like Facebook and stuff. Like Facebook used to be like a cool thing, but like then it had to actually start making money, and then so that's why they started stealing our data and stuff, because they had to make money. So it's like we can't even have a nice thing because of capitalism and like money and stuff. But yeah, like YouTubers, content creators, like they don't actually get money for making videos. They only get money because of ads. And then I heard like YouTube revenue isn't even that much, so they have to start selling their merchandise. And so a lot of YouTubers get money from merchandise. It's more selling of things, and like branded content, that's just advertising, that's selling of things. And what else? Like, and then people make Patreons and stuff, and that's just more selling of things. And yeah. Oh, so my point with the whole app rant was, so in the beginning of this pandemic, I downloaded Pandemic, the mobile game, and it was like really fun game. But then like they had an update in like April or May. They updated the game, and it made it completely like everyone hates it now. So like you can read it in the reviews of the Apple App Store and the Android App Store, the Google Play Store. It's like, this update sucks. Like, why would you mess up a perfectly good thing? And that's the thing. Like, I don't understand how we have all this technology and all this stuff, like all these coders, yet things in technology. There are different apps that still aren't perfect. Not perfect, but like, how can you mess up a good, like, just people just messing up things, even though like, and like there's certain functions in social media apps that I really wish they existed, like ability to organize your tweets in a book-like form, in a journal-like form, that kind of thing, like that can be written if someone who knows code to do all that. But it's like it doesn't exist. But it's like people don't want to listen to the users, they just want to make money or whatever. It's like all these companies, they don't want to make people happy, they don't want to improve the world or whatever, they just care about making money. And that's like on a micro level. Like the stupid game is like a micro example of bigger issues. But yeah, they don't care. And it's like every fucking food blog has like 1 million words on it, a stupid story that no one ever reads before they get to the recipe. And it's like, it's not the people's fault, because the only way they do that, I learned, is because to make money. Like these won't show up on Google unless like they have long stories and somehow it's something. But like there's so many ads on all these blogs with recipe. It's like, I'm glad I'm not a successful blogger, because then I would have ads all over my freaking blog. And I'm proud to say that my ad has no blog. My blog has no ads. And actually applied for the Google ad program for my blog, and I didn't get accepted. And I'm like, whatever. I'm glad I can still be a true blogger without ads to sell things to people. But I will unfortunately be not making any income, which is like actually not that bad. Like I don't spend money on anything. It's like consumerism again. It's like, I don't know how people just keep spending money. It's like really not that hard to not spend money, guys. This another thing I learned is like people need to be sharing resources of how they're doing stuff. And part of the Twitter drama that I talked about in my previous video was like, oh, like someone was making candles, someone like asked them like, oh, where'd you get your candle molds from? And she wasn't willing to share that information. I was like, why are you withholding that information? It's like, help other people succeed. So link below.